6 years. So that we will do 6 years for the North, 6 years for the South. So if you come to the North, I can, maybe I can be president before I die. So anyway, Atiku made this proposal. If you think, you see, I tried my best to see if I could shorten the story, but it's a long story. I just told you a story, 25 years story of Nigeria political journey. That's it. So Atiku is now making a proposal. Okay, that, hey, for Nigeria to not kind of disintegrate, why not just do constitutional amendment, so that people will not be using desperados or desperation to want to be president of Nigeria. So the North can have 6 years, the South will have 6 years. We can be switching it that way. That's why I wrote all of this. So I'm not going to read all of this. If you have your phone, take the picture, and you can. I've read all of them, so there's no point in repeating them. Okay. So these are the first 2 pages, okay, of Atiku's proposal, right? The amendment that should be done, how it should be done, so that with this, the sharing of this presidency can go, including governorship too. All the governors, anybody that want to be governor from any region, in your states, you can be sharing it for 6 years, one single term, so that you see, everybody can be governor in no time. Everybody go have a share, go all have our turn. I'm getting old now. I don't think we should be waiting for 80 years again. Okay, so why don't we just begin to like switch like that? Section A, section B, section C, 2, C, D, E, F, E, G, H, and L. I say, well, Baba, what about we just kind of like break it up totally? That's my own proposal. If the politicians who wants to kind of get to power in Nigeria are so desperate to keep putting us through this whole mess, how about we just break the entire place, break the entire thing up, and save the lives? Let Atiku go become the governor, the president of Arewa Republic. Let Obi go contest for the presidency of Biafra Republic. Let Mayegun run for the presidency of Oduduwa Republic. How about that? And then you, from the middle belt, you say go run for the presidency of Kwarafa Republic. And all of them are with the Niger Delta. If you don't want to be part of Biafra, because some of you believe that you have been brainwashed to think that it is because of your crude oil or whatever you think you have. That is why some Igbos want Biafra. That's how you have been brainwashed. Do you know the truth? They reserved sort of a crude oil, natural gas, and all some of these things that Nigeria is yet to tap into. Majority of them are in Igbo land too. You understand? Everybody will get something. We could take care of them. Go and start your own, maybe Niger Delta Republic, be Ijo Republic, be whatever it is. The population of Malta is less than 600,000 people. If all of them are with Benin, no one be part of Yoruba nation. You don't want to be part of Biafra. You don't want to be part of Niger Delta Republic. You can be a country on your own. At least you are more than 4 million, 5 million people. Bigger than some of these European countries. You get what I mean? May everybody just day in day. So you get, respect your boundary, build your own defense, cultivate your lands, build yourselves, use your resources to develop yourselves. May everybody just kind of like handle their, what do you think? Instead of all this amendment, that. Ogun State can be a country. And now, I mean, if wars come to war, see. But they are telling you that you become smaller, you become this or that. What do you mean? Politicians are drafting ideas that are so selfish because the ideas that will serve them, the ones who won't keep Nigeria right now, are the ones who are benefiting from it. Wait for them now. The moment they are no longer benefiting, they will begin to bring ideas that will bring them back in, like Atiku. So me, I don't want to benefit from Nigeria. I don't want to benefit from your sweat, your blood. Right? Everybody handle their own thing. The other day, they made the proposal that let's go back to regional system of government. Here's the people with our opposed states, the Ronu seniors, the Ronuku seniors, Tiknumbu's people. who have been shouting regionalism, restructuring, because now them they there right now. They say no, Nigeria, we cannot do restructuring. If we do regional system, it's going to kind of accelerate the realization of Biafra. Why are you worried about Biafra? The Biafra that I know of is that let everybody kind of vote and say, do you want to be part of it or not? Oh yeah, that's what is called referendum. Yeah. Yes or no? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, yes. They will count down. Everybody that wants to be part of it, they will, if they vote yes, they will be part of it. Nobody is going to be forced to be part of any Biafra or be forced to be part of any Yoruba nation. Because the one where you did part of right now, this Nigeria, now force them force you. When they shout, say you're a proud Nigerian, I'm a proud Nigerian. Why? Come on. Sorry that I'm actually rushing you, okay? Because I've got so much. Now, that's a place they've created and forced us into, and now they want us to kind of live with it. Live within it and make it work. It can't work. Let the politicians stop giving us ideas. Stop amending any useless constitution. Let the people decide their own constitution, Abi. The one that is going to be put to referendum where people can say, okay, are you sure you still want to be part of Nigeria or not? Why don't they want you to answer that question? Because they know that if they give all of you a chance to choose between Nigeria and your true identity, your true nations that they're forced together into this contraption, majority of you are likely going to choose your nations. They don't want to risk it. It is too big a risk to take. If they should say, everybody, let us vote. Do you want to be part of Biafra or you want to be part of Nigeria? The shock alone, it forced them to start another war. Just same way they went to Aburi. They had a very fine print, gentleman agreement, something that could have bring serious progress to all sides. And the moment they got back to Nigeria, they changed it. And they went straight to war. That led to the killings, a genocide. So that's why they don't want to risk it. It's okay, let us ask them. Ask them if they want to be part of Nigeria or they want to have their own country. They do not want to take the risk. That is why they kept the man that we never want that conversation to go away. Nnamdi Kanu. Kept him there illegally. They are running different propaganda left, right, and center to make you think he is your problem when he is not. We shall start our video watch from a statement from his own lawyers yesterday. Lawyer Jimako giving us an update on the legal roadblocks, the illegality that Nigeria is perpetuating in keeping an innocent man locked up, not because they want him tried, they just want him to drop that ambition, drop that campaign. And he told them it's no longer in his hands. You would have to give it back to the people to decide if they want it or not. Let's start with this.
What happened is an exemplar of a defendant exercising his right under the Constitution when he loses confidence in the court before whom he has been brought to trial. It is nothing extraordinary. It didn't have to happen, but it happened for a reason. The reason is simple. We have contended, we have complained even in the media, and we have filed motions upon motions before the High Court, submitting evidence that where Nnamdi Kanu is currently detained complicates his preparation for trial because of several unconstitutional incidents or conducts by the DSS. One, the DSS seizes our legal documents. Two, the DSS listens to our conversations. These things led to an extraordinary court order by the former Federal High Court judge handling this case that we be provided a clean room, free from secret listening devices in order to be effective in preparing him for trial confidentially. That clean room was not provided, and the DSS continued to interdict our documents each time we go there. Under Section 36 of the Nigerian Constitution, this is wrong. a defendant is entitled, as of constitutional right, to the adequate facility to prepare his defense, and to interact with his counsel in an atmosphere of confidentiality, free from any interference whatsoever. So given that DSS has become very stubborn in complying with these court orders, we did in fact file also a contempt proceeding which is pending before the Federal High Court. But there is no change in circumstance, which made it impossible for us to prepare Nnamdi Kanu for trial. So when on 24 September, the judge insisted that trial must proceed in the face of all these anomalies, our client had no choice. Not we as counsel had no standing to recuse the judge. It was our client, the defendant, that has the constitutional standing. So he rose up to exercise that constitutional right, because with this atmosphere of not being prepared for his trial, how could the judge insist that trial must continue? That was exactly what led to the loss of confidence in the judge and the request for recusal. I'll stop here so far so that my other colleagues can give you other background to this case and why you are here today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, and all lovers of freedom. My name is Nnamdi Jofo. I'm one of the lawyers to Nnamdi Kanu. A lot of people have been asking questions as to what happened in court in September 24th, 2024. And some people, including those in government cycle, tend to see it as a sign of disrespect to the judge and to the judiciary. We must clear the air. Everybody or any person who appears before a court of law must have that feeling of being in a secured environment where his or her rights will be protected. And not just protected, will be seen to being protected. Once you are before a court and you do not have that feeling that your fundamental right is being protected by the court, then you have the right to request the judge to recuse himself. And this can happen for so many reasons. There are reasons why Nnamdi Kanu had to take that very tough option of asking the judge to recuse herself. One of which is that Nnamdi Kanu believed that the judge was respectful to the Supreme Court's judgment or decision that his bail be restored. Nnamdi Kanu felt if a federal high court judge does not respect the decision of the Supreme Court, then there is no need standing trial before such a judge. Be that as it may, we feel the need to enlighten the public and to let everybody know that it was not an act of disrespect whatsoever to the Honorable Learned Justice Binta Inyako. She remains a very sound judge, an astute judge, and a judge we all love to appear before. Thank you very much.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir, to all of us. My name is Jude Ugwai. I'm one of the lawyers to Nnamdi Kanu, and I hail from Enugu State, Enugu Ezike in particular. The one thing I am so particular about is the issue of insecurity in the Southeast. This trial of Nnamdi Kanu, no, the federal government is not ready to proceed with the trial because the Southeasterners are the worst victim of the insecurity that bedeviled the nation. I did say that my name is Joe Dugwai. I've lost a brother who was in final year, Faculty of Law, to this insecurity. And one wonders, okay, what is the interest of federal government in not being open to trial? Each time we go to court, they will say they are ready for trial. But you cannot be ready for trial when the atmosphere you create is not sufficient or conducive for the defendant to properly conduct the defense. Now, as a result of this insecurity, I cannot even travel to my village. And then instead of giving us the atmosphere for a conducive trial, they are insisting on trial, whereas our client is handicapped. And when we see that that is not a fair trial, we say, please give us time, we think we to do the needful. And they said it is impossible. That was why Nnamdi Kanu insisted that this trial cannot go on. Because if the federal government should consider the insecurity in the southeast, and being aware that their primary responsibility is to secure the life and property of the citizens, they should allow this man either bail or give him enough room to discuss with his lawyers so as to effectively defend himself. So in the absence of all these things, I think, in my view, that Nnamdi Kanu was right to say, I need another judge. Nnamdi Kanu never said, I need a particular judge. He said, I do not want to subject myself to this particular judge, but any other judge of the High Court is okay. That is what we see, and that is what we take. And any other judge they give us, we are ready to go with the trial, provided we foresee non-bias and impartiality. Thank you.
So it's a problem where a man is not allowed to have one-on-one with his own lawyers. They cannot take out any brief from him. It's like your lawyer comes to the detention, right? You have a conversation, you take a brief from your lawyer, from your client. You give briefs to your lawyer. And then once they leave the room, number one, the room is bugged. It's being recorded. Whatever they are saying is being recorded. And the moment they walk out of that room, whatever it is that they have written down, DSS will take it from them. So it simply means that the entire system, they don't want any trial. They just want to keep him there. And that is a big problem. So to say that even if you actually believe you are practicing a democracy, like somebody is accused of anything, he must have the right to defend himself, right? It is not in that contraption because it's not real. And why are they holding him? Because he said he would not keep quiet and watch his own people suffer a systemic profiling, marginalization, something that is likened to a Cold War. And they're like, well, you just have to take it or we'll keep you. That's what the contraption is. Now let's move away from that. Okay. Today, we saw where our people were queuing for bread. Here is another video that also made it to the internet this afternoon. This time around, this one is of people who are actually queuing for yam, but it is not from the government. They said it is one king in Lagos, Oniba, the Oliba of Iba or something, whose daughter is getting married this weekend. And his own way of paying it forward is to buy yam and share it to the less privileged, because the number of the poor people has now skyrocketed especially in Lagos. So this happened.
Let me do this money. Okay. Ṣebí wo ò tí gbé ẹgbẹ́ nǹkan tẹ máa gbé kó tó tán ẹ máa gbé sẹ́gbẹ́ kan bíbẹ̀ yẹn ni ẹ máa fẹ́ gbé tí ẹgbẹ́ nǹkan tẹ fẹ́ gbé sẹ́yìn ìgbà yẹn. Màmá ní kẹta ló tẹ̀ ẹ́. padà yún yín lára pẹ̀lú bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń kúlẹ̀ lórí yẹn orí yín máa pé.
Ṣé o ti gbà? Ọba ti gbà ọ̀tọ́rẹ̀ la ṣe pé a ti gbà ní kí bí ilé gbé torí pé wọ́n ti ó ti ọ̀sà ìwé gan torí pé wọ́n fẹ́ rí o.
Ṣọlá ìwé oṣù ọba yìí tí bàbá ń bá èèyàn sọ máa ń gbé.
The name of the king is Oniba Ekun of Iba in Lagos. He's just doing his own philanthropy. Do you see the people there queuing for yam? Or you should have seen the video of those who are queuing for bread today. That is just to let you know that the man they told you they did not need his body. All they needed is his brain. And his brain is currently already working, manifesting in the contraption as we speak. So the young guy is spreading, and every now and then you will see our people anywhere where they share food. I beg you, join them all, because you have no, if you they do a big man or big woman, now hunger you they take place. So the man that once told all of you, I do not want to share my strategy. Remember?
I don't want to sit here and reveal all my strategy. I am the first speaker among the three of us running. So they will spy on me. So you will have a limited answer here today. Another day you can bring me back. But that's part of what I do.
Another day you can bring me back. So now everybody is now enjoying that his brain, especially with the team is put together. The team, like the likes of Akpabio though, they are busy creating different committee, different commissions. So right now, they have created. Bokwari started with Northeast Commission, Northeast Development Commission. Their own job was to rebuild the northeast of Nigeria, destroyed by Boko Haram terrorism. But guess what? The person that the Development Commission was put, was put in charge of was Babashir Lawal, the man that used 242 million naira to cut grass, while the people living in they cut the grass around the IDP camp. The unlivable shelter that some of the victims of Boko Haram were staying in then. he used 242 million naira to cut the grass around the place. But the people living in those camps were actually on the streets begging for food every day. You know the story. Now, Tinubu and his gang have now